We're now up to our analysis section. Now if you go back, right back to the beginning when we wrote our problem, there were two types of problems you could be asked to do. Either I was going to ask you to investigate a probability that something occurred, or I was going to ask you to find the average number of times that something occurred. So those are the two possibilities, and I'm just going to start off by in this video just looking at if I've asked you to calculate the probability that an event occurs, how do we go about analysing that data? So just a quick reminder here about probabilities. Remember, probabilities can be a number between 0 and 1. And what I need to do is I need to find the total number of times that my criteria is met and divide that by my sample size or my number of trials. So let's have a look, okay? Now ignore the data shown below that I printed. I've done it in a different way now. So what we want to know for this example is what is the chance, and there's that keyword chance, which is another way of saying probability. So what is the chance that if they have 10 children, that they are going to get all 4 eye colours, okay? So what we need to do is we need to have a look at our data, and on our sheet there we've created up to 20 children. Now remember, we're just looking, this particular example wants to know if they just have 10 children, okay? And if they just have 10 children, we want to know, did they get all 4 eye colours? Yes. Or did they not get it? No. So I'm going to create a column here which says all 4 colours, and we're going to put either a yes or a no. So for the first trial 1 there were 5, they had to have 5 children before they got all 4 eye colours. So they've got a frequency of 5, which means they have got all 4 colours if they just had 10, because they would actually get all 4 eye colours when they got up to the 5th child. So this is going to be a yes. Then I'm going to say, right, the next trial, they had to have 7 children before they got all 5 colours. Is 7 less than 10? Yes, it is. So again, the next one, trial number 3, yes, they would have all 4 eye colours. Trial number 4, they had 4 children before they got all 4 eye colours. So yes, having 10 children would give them all 5. And so these ones here are all yes. Now let me just get down to this one here which has 10. So that says that by the time they had child number 10, they finally got all 4 eye colours. So if their number is 10, then yes indeed, they have got all 4 eye colours. So what I want to do now, I'm just going to paste those ones because their numbers are all 10 or less. Then I get to this one which is number 13. So this one says that by the time they got to child number 10, they still didn't have all 4 eye colours. And in fact, it took them until child number 13. So the criteria is, if they had 10 children, would they have got all 4 eye colours? And the answer is no. The same with this one, they needed to get to 17 children before they did. So again, that criteria is going to be no. So what I'm going to do is any time that there is a number that is 10 or less, I'm going to be able to say yes, they achieved it. If it is greater than 10, then obviously no, they didn't meet the criteria. Let me just scroll this down a little bit more. So that's going to be yes, yes, yes. They're going to get to 11 as a no. That's a yes. 16 and 15 are no's. And then those are yeses. 19 is a no. Those are yeses. 18 is a no. Yes and a no. And oh, it's a yes. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I just want to count up how many times I got the answer yes. And you can either just do this by simply counting, that's all good, or if you want to just be a little bit smarter, to make something a little bit easier. It's a bit more complicated, but it does the counting for us. I'm going to use a function that says equals count if. And I want to open bracket then, and I say select all of these yeses and nos. So I'm going to select that column. So I want to count if that is a yes. And I just need to put that in quotation marks so that it recognizes it as text. And that tells me there were 39 times that if they have 10 children or less, they would have got all 4 eye colours. So that tells me that from the 50 trials I did, 39 of those trials gave a result in having all 4 eye colours if they had 10 children. So in that case, my probability is going to be equal to 39 out of 50. And I could write that as 39 over 50 as a fraction, or you can write that as a decimal of 0.78. So that is your probability that if a couple, let me just go back to the wording, the chance that if they have 10 children, that they're going to have all 4 eye colours, that chance is 0.78. And there's our result.